Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I am Aaron Loomis. With me today is Jiunn, Seth, guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Bonjour.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
So today we are talking about the Illusione Epernay 10th anniversary Diasta. Cigar is a Toro 6-inch by 50 ring gauge, comes out of the Races Cubanas factory in Honduras. Wrapper binder filler, all from Nicaragua, blended by Dion Giolito. Price point is $12, and the cigar was released in October of 2019. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with the cigar?
You know, it's rarely talked about within what I talk about, but I thought the flavors are pretty good. I had my singular review that I smoked had a really terrible burn. It's just a couple of touch-ups, couple of complete relights, and that kind of annoyed me, honestly, because I kind of felt like, like Agnorsa, stuff that's made from tabs that doesn't typically have the best construction, but certainly shouldn't be this bad. But at any rate, so that aside, I thought it was good. I mean, I kind of feel like it was a kind of a beefed up version of the regular Epernay. Um, you know, Even saying that, I also feel like if you're gonna say that something is like, if you're gonna tag like a limited edition or like a anniversary to the naming convention of the cigar, I feel like it needs to be special, right? It needs to kind of taste special, and I don't think it's quite that. I mean, regular Epernays are great, and this is a good cigar as well, but I don't think it necessarily deserves that like anniversary name that it got. I feel like, as is when I smoked it for review, it's a bit sharp. And I've smoked Bernays that have like 4 or 5 years on it, and they're like buttery smooth, but still have really good flavor. And this is not quite there yet. So I kind of feel like it got released a little too early. But as is now, I still rated it good because it was still a good, tasty cigar.
How about you, Seth? What are your overall thoughts?
Can it be a really good cigar and at the same time really disappointing and bad? And I mean, I'm just
No, Seth, you know what's interesting about what you just said?
I'm picking off of you, man. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I basically wanted to essentially say that. Like, it was good, but I'm disappointed. You know what I mean?
It's a really
Like,
it's a good cigar. I think it's got good flavors. The construction's solid on it throughout. It's a good blend. But when you look at it compared to what Epernay stands for and what Epernays are, I think it's a total bust, especially for it being a 10th anniversary. I mean, when you have like, and Epernay is not one of those blends that's dependent on a smaller or larger ring gauge, because you can have like La Taureau or Le Mouton and they smoke fantastic, but this just was right in the middle. It just didn't deliver. And there's a couple other ones out there like that. And I don't get what Dion's doing with it, but it's a good cigar. But if you're like a big Epernay fan, or you're an Aganorsa junkie like Jiunn and I, you're probably going to be disappointed with it.
How about you, John? What are your overall thoughts?
yeah, man, I think Dion's better than this. I mean, he can kind of fall over and blend a good cigar, and that doesn't really take a lot of effort for him at this point, because I think he releases a lot of cigars that are good. But as both Jiunn and Seth were saying, if you're going to release something that's an anniversary series, it's got to be something special. And good is not special. You need to have that moment where you're smoking the cigar and you go, oh, wow, okay, this is something that I haven't tasted, or this is something that elevates the profile of what you typically blend to a new level. And I never really got that. That being said, it was a good experience. There's nobody that's going to come away from this saying it was a bad cigar. It's just, if it's going to be an anniversary series, you got to step your game up a little bit more. And, Dion's capable of doing that. He just didn't do it with this particular cigar. Aaron?
Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of the Epernay line. I thought this was a good cigar. It kind of kept in that same my experience with that smooth and flavorful profile for the line. I know it's got the 10th anniversary name tied to it. I'm just not necessarily sure that this is blended to be an anniversary cigar. I think it's just blended to be a line extension for the line, and it just happened to be that it was released for the 10th anniversary. So, I mean, I don't know. Well, who knows?
No, you
But
nailed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I wish that the profile that the first half of the cigar had would have lasted, throughout the cigar. I still thought it was pretty good. I still think it kind of met with the line overall. There are definitely some gems and certain vitolas in the line that are above others, but this is one of the better cigars I've smoked this year. So I mean, maybe it says something about the releases this year, or that this cigar is I just think it's a good cigar in the Epernay line. So if you like Epernays, I think you should smoke it. Get a feel for how you think it fits in the lineup. But I thought it was a good cigar. So getting the scores sort of the top, I was the high score at 6.72. Seth and John, you guys tied at 6.67, and then Jiunn at 6.52. So I'll start. I thought it was definitely a good flavor profile. Mine had really good construction. Gets it in those high sixes. Just that final third just kind of fell off. Basically, after the halfway point, it started dropping down a little bit. So the first half of the first third was good. Second half started to become average, and that kind of pulled through to the end. So that's where I was at. So Seth, 6.67.
This is kind of weird. Like, how close am I to you in scoring this? And you're higher than me, and you're also really positive about the cigar.
Yep.
And I'm only off by like
0.05 points.
And I'm like depressed about the cigar, which is just, but no, I mean, it's a really good cigar. It's a high quality cigar. But all I'm going to say is, if you're a big fan of Epernay and you're kind of like listening to what Jiunn and I say and you're agreeing with it, you're going to be disappointed. With that being said, if you never smoked it and you come across it, yeah, smoke it. It's a good cigar.
All right, John, 6.67.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, Aaron, when you said that the cigar was like in the upper echelons of good until about just the sort of halfway 2/3 mark of the second third, and then it just became kind of average at that point, which was really disappointing to me because again, this is both a brand and a line that tends to be a high performer. Obviously, we scored it as a high performer, so there's nothing wrong with it. It's just we expect excellence every time, and this was good. It was not excellent. So, we're just being extra hard because we know that Jiunn and the Epernay is capable of it.
Jiunn, 6.52.
Yeah, I resonate a lot of what John just said. I have high expectations from Jiunn. I mean, I believe he is one of the best blenders of using agricultural tobacco. And, given that understanding and belief, and especially we're going to tag something like an anniversary cigar to it, it better be really fucking good. This was good, but it wasn't really fucking good.
Yep. All right. Any other final thoughts from you guys on this one?
Yeah, I got crazy good smoking time out of this, like just under 2 hours and 20 minutes. So in terms of smoking value, this is is right up there. And it wasn't 2 hours and 20 minutes wishing that the cigar experience would finish, which was certainly the case a lot of times this year. So that was nice. It was a nice change up.
All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Plus, check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.